was about that time that we met you and you got into doing a lot of indoor rowing.
Well, I was seriously worried. I mean, I did think about this, and I thought, look, hang on, we're going to try and do a new route. And, okay, it's not the highest mountain in the world, but 21,000 feet is high enough, you know, and I thought, right, well, I've agreed to do it now, but I'm in a bit of a pickle because of the nature of my injuries, to get the sort of aerobic fitness that I required, well, I can't run. You know, my right knee would absolutely be crippled if I ran. I wouldn't do my ankle much good either. The other option was cycling, which is what I used to do. Sheffield's a city of hills. I used to cycle from, I used to live down the bottom of Aberdeen Road, and I used to cycle up to Isle of Bar, which is 6 miles uphill and down, and it was pretty good. It scared the hell out of me with lorries and stuff like that, and you know, but I wasn't so busy then. It wasn't so easy to go and I couldn't just go and do that every day. And Ray, my partner, he lives in Holland, and he'd been rowing. He'd been using a rowing machine. He's very busy. Now I'd been to gyms, you know, like Virgin Gym or Greens or whatever it is, and I'd used those rowing machines, and I thought they were pretty good. But I had also used, someone had a rowing machine, and it was a fairly cheap thing, and it was just crap. You know, I actually thought in the end you were actually going to do yourself an injury with one of these things. And we met 2 years ago. It was the UK Conference for Sport or something. And that it was a bit, funny enough. It was just as I had my operation, just as Ray rang me up, showed me a climb. It was literally about 4 weeks later I bumped into you, and I thought, just a man. I need to borrow a rowing machine off you. So that's when I got into doing the rowing. You know, and I'm not actually somebody who enjoys training at all. Before I hurt myself, I never trained. I just climbed all the time. I found as I got older, because of time constraints or whatever, that I have to train. You know, and I use weights in the gym, not because I like using weights, but because if I keep the muscles strong around the injuries I have, it protects them. Because I've chosen as my speciality in life to break all my joints. So, you know, if I keep my quads strong, I'll protect my knee. There's lots of stuff missing in there, and there's a menisci in there, there's lots of ligament damage, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. It's fine normally. When I get tired, you know, so at the end of a long day climbing, particularly coming downhill, those muscles, if they're not strong enough, what they do is they just release suddenly. Your knee goes. You know. And so I used to go to the gym to do that, but now I use a rowing machine.
Okay, what sort of sessions do you do on the rowing machine?
Well, I started off, I was doing 3 days a week, and I'd do about 30 minutes, and then I'd do other weights and stuff. And then I started getting a little obsessive about it, actually. Well, I didn't quite know what I should be aiming at to get fit. And I remember emailing you at one point and saying, look, if I did, you know, what was it? 7,000 metres in, was it 30 minutes? Yeah. So what would that be like? She said, you said, well, I think that would be reasonably fit. I don't know whether you said you would be fit or whether it was reasonably fit. So I thought, righto. And I got something to aim at. And I didn't go and do all these programs and stuff. I just sat down and I just pressed the button, you know, row for it or whatever. And I just tried to row 7,000 metres. And I think I did it twice. And I'm not doing that again. It nearly killed me. It's just too much. I just thought, God almighty. Yeah, and I used to do about 6,000, 6 to 6.5. And it wasn't that I was doing what was comfortable. I wasn't making it easier. I just thought, I don't want to be, I think I'm going to do an injury to myself in doing all of this. And I wasn't really sure when I went to Nepal whether I'd done enough at all, actually. In fact, if I was honest, I didn't think I had done. And
what did you find when you got there?
I was fitter than I could possibly imagine. I was amazed, actually. I've never had particular trouble acclimatising, so that was good. But the way I could tell was, I've been to that area of Nepal before, so I've done, you know, walk-ins in that area, so I know what I would have been like before. And say, on the walk-in from Lukla to Koto, which was about 5 days, there'd be sections that, you know, each day, maybe it was like, you know, you say, how long is it supposed to be? And they say, well, it's 5 hours. And I'd think, well, that's 5 hours, it's sort of, that's a time given for an average trekking group. And if you're a mountaineer and you're going off to do a new route on a mountain, you're going to be above that. So I would think, well, I'll see if I can do it in 3.5 hours or something. And the first day, I took that sort of time off. It hurt like hell, but I could take the time off. You know. And every day for the walk-in, I was doing that. And I actually it was then I appreciated it. I thought, hell, I'm actually fitter than I thought I was. Which, to be honest, surprised me.
So how many sessions were you doing a week?
Well, I was trying to do 3, never less than 3. But it depended if I mixed it up with weights and stuff as well. I don't think I ever got to doing 5 days a week. So I don't know whether that's enough. I mean, how long was I doing it for? Best part probably of 10 months. It's my shame, since getting back I haven't done any. But I'm going to again, because actually one of the things I did appreciate actually was when I was in the pool, I was fit, and it displayed not just in the fact that you know, I was moving at a good speed, but you also feel fit. You know, there's a lot of psychology that goes on into being fit. And I felt really confident, you know, and that was very instrumental into why I chose to solo the route. You know, which is what I eventually did. I wouldn't normally do that, but if I hadn't been confident of my fitness, I wouldn't have entertained the idea. It was nothing to do with just the technical ability to do it. I mean, I thought, well, I'm not fit enough. So, but when I got back, having done it, I thought, hang on a second, I don't want to stop doing this. You know, because it seems such a shame to have spent most of your life at a level of fitness and then stop doing it and lose all that level of fitness. And now I'm 50 this year. When you lose that level of fitness, it's much harder to get it back. You know, I'd sort of plateaued for years and years, maybe for 30 years at this level, and to suddenly just let it go seemed a bit of a waste, really. But now I'm not, you know, I'm not training to go mountaineering. You know, I'm training to go fly fishing, which is slightly different. So
if you retired, you think you've retired your mountaineering, or will there be a comeback in 10 years?
You can never say never, but I can't really see myself doing it again because of 2 things. One, psychologically, I'm really quite happy to finish a mountaineering career on a first ascent, you know, solo in the Himalayas. It didn't get much better than that, really. 2, in 10 years' time, my knee and my ankle will be even worse. And, you know, I think it'd be like sort of chasing shadows to an extent. And I generally don't want to do it anymore. That doesn't mean I won't go rock climbing, for instance. You know, I'm quite happy to go on a bog clipping sport holiday, you know, sport climbing holiday in Corsica or something this spring. You know, and so I want to maintain that level of fitness. You know. I don't want to sit here and just eat all the pie and get fatter and fatter and fatter until you can't even get upstairs. So
in that respect, you're a bit different to your cat then.
It's not my cat; it's my girlfriend's cat.
Oh, okay.
It's debatable whether it's a cat. Actually, it's that big. You know, it's. I think there's something else that I don't think. I think, you know, when you're used to a certain level of fitness, it's not a health issue to me, and it's not an image issue in terms of what you look like to other people. It's just if I got really unfit and overweight, I just feel quite bad about it, actually, because I'm used to being at a certain level of fitness, and so I was quite glad that trip came along, actually, because it broke a sort of 10-year hiatus where I was being lazy, and I'm not going to be lazy.